The smile.
And still undefeated, Gervonta Tank Davis.
What'd you think, man?
No.
No?
I think it was a great fight. I think it was a great fight. It was amazing.
Tank is the best fighter in the world. Tank's the best fighter in the world. And his team's been saying it.
He wants to start fast, let his hands go, impose his will, but he got to put his chin down. He got to be defensive minded. And Tank, great game plan.
Yeah, actually, no, that was a beautiful knockout. I ain't gonna lie, that was a beautiful knockout. That was beautiful.
How do you set it up in your eyes? How'd you see him?
But
What do you think about Gervonta?
I think Gervonta did good. I think he waited a little bit. I think I feel like he gets them tired first until he explodes on them.
You got to be there with him. If you're not mentally strong, that's what's gonna happen. He's gonna break you down.
Anything else that Ryan could have done differently throughout the fight?
I just feel like he just fought the wrong fight. He was following him around round one.
The fight went exactly as I would say 100% of us expected it to go. I don't think there was very many people that
first, you know what I'm saying, he held his defense up pretty high, so he was able to maintain for a long time. But I think that whenever Tank was ready to close the gaps, he closed.
He tried to fight, but he was unsuccessful. But it is what it is. He so happy to he got knocked out.
His performance. What do you think about Gervonta?
I think Gervonta did good. I think he waited a little bit. I think I feel like he gets them tired first until he explodes on them all crazy.
What next match would you like to see for him? Maybe a Shakur fight, possibly a David?
Tank's always shown that he's very well equipped with skills and he's strong. So I'm assuming that punch really was the factor.
It's close, but that's what he was all about. You feel me? Rolly got a little comfortable.
it was an ugly fight. It could have been either way, but Tank got him out of
Monster, the modern day Mike Tyson.
What do you think is next for Tank Davis after this? What would you like to see?
I mean, listen, put him in big fights. He's ready for everybody.
That's too much.
What did you think about Tank's power tonight? Did you think he was winning the fight up until the stoppage?
I mean, it was close, but like I say, man, he got a lot of experience, so he's really just setting it up.
You got to go back up there.
Setting it up, taking his time. He's taking his time, just setting it up.
You know, he made a mistake and got a little froggy. He showed the world that he could outbox the champion, and he outboxed him. But thank you, appreciate that. But you know, Tank is a champion for a reason. I told him he has timing and he has experience. Timing and experience is a very.
The fight everyone was waiting for just went down, and as expected, Tank Davis walked away with another win. This time, it was Lamont Roach who stepped up, only to fall like so many before him. Roach, like others, talked big before the fight, claiming he had the perfect plan to take Tank down. But once he stepped into the ring, reality hit, though not as hard as Tank's punches. He came in confident, believing he could expose Tank's weaknesses, but just like the 30 before him, he quickly learned that there are levels to this sport.
I'm gonna do me regardless. I told him to leave his mom's and, you know, the people home, and he still brung them. It's crazy, man. It's gonna get bad. It's gonna get bad.
The moment Tank figured him out, it was over. A few big shots later, and Roach was out of answers. The fight ended exactly how most expected. Tank victorious, untouched, and still undefeated. But surprisingly, the post-fight conversation wasn't about Tank's performance. No one seemed particularly impressed, especially the big names watching from ringside. Sitting in the arena were Terrence "Bud" Crawford, Devin Haney, Shakur Stevenson, and the man who has been orchestrating boxing's biggest fights lately, Turki Al-Alshi.
I'll make sure, tell Terrence Crawford, keep his name out your mouth. You know what I mean? He talking crazy. He talking crazy. You think about that one?
Nah, it was just some, talking on some Twitter, like back and forth.
From their reactions, it was clear they weren't impressed by what they had just witnessed. Crawford, never one to hold back, summed it up in just a few words: just another win to look good. For months, he's been openly critical of Tank's choice of opponents, believing he's been playing it safe, picking fights that keep his record perfect without truly testing himself. In Crawford's eyes, Tank has been avoiding the biggest challenges, focusing more on maintaining his image than solidifying his legacy.
For you, Tank, at 147, how does a fight with you and Terrence Crawford look?
147?
147.
Shit, I tapped that trend. You know he going to sleep.
I already know.
He's just arrogant, Crawford said when asked about Tank's latest win. He wants attention and all, but he should be giving fans good fights, not just trying to look good for the crowd. Crawford hasn't held back when it comes to his opinion on Tank. He firmly believes there's only one fighter who can truly beat him, Shakur Stevenson. Time and time again, he's called Shakur Tank's kryptonite, the one with the skill, defense, and ring IQ to neutralize Tank's power and completely outbox him. And tonight, it seemed like Turki Al-Alshi might agree. Right in the middle of the post-fight discussions, Turki made an announcement that sent shockwaves through the boxing world. Tank has officially agreed to 2 fights this year. Not just any fights the fans actually want. Turki didn't drop any names, but it didn't take long for everyone to start putting the pieces together. For months, he's been in discussions with Tank, pushing him to step up and take on the biggest challenges in the division. And the fight everyone has been talking about, Tank versus Devin Haney. Turki has been working non-stop to make the biggest fights happen, and this announcement made one thing clear: Tank's next 2 fights won't be tune-ups. They'll be the real deal. And the obvious names: Devin Haney and Shakur Stevenson.
Devin, thoughts on the fight? Thoughts on the fight, Devin?
Haney, the current undisputed champion, has been calling for this fight for a long time. He believes he's the best at 135 pounds and has repeatedly said he has the skills to beat Tank. In Haney's mind, the hype around Tank is just that, hype. He's confident he can outbox him, break him down over 12 rounds, and prove once and for all that skill beats power. Shakur, on the other hand, has been just as vocal. He's long argued that Tank is protected, that his team has carefully picked his fights to avoid real challenges. But now, with Turki confirming that 2 major fights are locked in, Shakur knows his time is coming. What's different this time? No more excuses, no more tune-ups, no more avoiding the biggest threats in the division. And just when it seemed like the night couldn't get any more interesting, Oscar De La Hoya dropped another bombshell. Tank versus Ryan Garcia 2 is happening. No official date yet, but it's coming. Ryan has been calling for a rematch ever since their first fight ended, convinced he wasn't at his best. He blamed the weight cut for draining him and vowed that the mistakes he made that night wouldn't happen again. Since then, his name has been in the headlines for all the wrong reasons: social media meltdowns, legal trouble, and constant criticism from the boxing community. But despite it all, Ryan sees this rematch as his shot at
in all of boxing in regards to where you're at in your weight class and how you consistently are just knocking guys out. What's that feeling like when you do?
I feel like
Oscar De La Hoya wasted no time hyping up the rematch, saying Ryan is coming back with so much energy that this time he'll be a real problem for Tank or even Devin Haney. De La Hoya has always been vocal about Ryan's talent, insisting that his power and speed make him a legitimate threat to anyone in the division. And with all the chaos surrounding Ryan lately, this rematch might be the perfect way for him to remind the world that he's still a serious contender. But the bigger story here isn't just the individual fights. It's what this all means for Tank's future. Just a few months ago, rumors swirled that Tank wasn't interested.
Saying I drank, no, I did not. He was eating the day before. Like, we had a media workout. He was eating at his media workout, bro. I wasn't even eating at my media workout. You get what I'm saying? Like, it just, he tricked the people like, yeah, I'm draining. No, you wasn't. I just made him have to work.